The owners of the Seacor Power have filed a countersuit against families to safeguard against losses from the disaster. 19 people were aboard the Seacor Power when it capsized April 13th. 6 were rescued, 6 were killed, and 7 remain missing. Many of the crewmen and their families have taken legal action, and now Seacor is responding. News 10's Neil Zarang has the details.
Dalford, this is an exoneration and limitation of liability complaint. In simple terms, it claims Seacor is not responsible in any way for the lifeboat capsizing. It also tries to cap the amount Seacor can be sued to $5.5 million.
Instead of being on the defense, they become on the offense.
The parent company of Seacor Marine and Seacor Lift Boats claims the deadly incident was not due to any fault, neglect, or want of care. They allege the Seacor Power was overcome by forces of nature that they could not have reasonably anticipated, making them not responsible for any loss, damage, injury, or deaths caused. According to the lawsuit, a weather report received by the captain the morning of April 13th forecast winds and seas well within the Seacor Power's safe operating limits, and his decision to depart shortly after noon was reasonable and prudent. Being exonerated is only the first goal of the Seacor lawsuit. The second purpose is to limit how much 11 current lawsuits and any future ones can claim to $5.6 million. That money would have to be split equally between each family that sues, and the amount is the combined value of the vessel, its cargo, its scrap, and a death and personal injury claim fund.
I said, we're going to file your case, but you're going to wind up getting sued by the company. And of course, they're, my God, why would I be sued by the company?
Frank Spagnoletti represents multiple victims' families and says boat owners have used this tactic for centuries, which would also change a jury trial into a judge determination. He says if it can be proved that Seacor knew they were sending men into dangerous weather or in a dangerous vessel, their exoneration and limitation of liability would fall through.
And if we prove that as plaintiffs, then this case will be dismissed and everybody will go back to where they started.
Dividing the money between the 19 families, it'd be about $300,000. Some families are asking for at least $25 million.
If you want to be operating and you're going to have the lives of our husbands, daughters, wives, and sons on your vessels, then you operate safely or you're going to pay a dear price for it.
Spagnoletti says the large lawsuits are what spurs safety changes in the industry. You can read Seacor's countersuit in full right now on KLFY.com. Neil Zarang, KLFY News 10.
All right, thank you, Neil.